As the sun pours down, let's talk about the goodness of God, a topic that is not easily tackled. One of the very fascinating areas of God's love is His goodness, His holiness, and His eternal love for people. He created you, He loves you. I'll try to block the breeze here. I'm thinking of how much I enjoyed my science class because my teacher was so passionate about teaching us, from the microbiology to the universe physics, a world within a world. The depth of interest in microbiology and how many layers you can go into the microscopic and then go out into the macro reminds me of how when we think of the goodness of God, we're only getting a tiny view of this. And I notice that Jesus focuses upon His love and healing and empowering people to follow God, to be free of their shame and guilt and sin, to be made anew, the Holy Spirit indwelling in you. And that makes me think of how goodness is something that when we approach, we can only see a very small part of it. One of those parts is essential because it's a person. And as we look to Jesus, we see goodness in its purest, untainted form. I also notice the tendency in a very intellectual way to focus upon the holiness of God. There is a tendency to intellectualize, to become something of a critic of how God's love works in the world. And that's where I think Jesus steps in and through the Holy Spirit reveals who He is, His beauty, His uniqueness, His goodness, His holiness, His divinity. And then from there, we're able to understand more of this holy God that is so good that we are actually unable to understand the depth of that goodness.